Hey everyone, I have been busy at work on a Forces of Malice army for Warhammer 40k and Age of Sigmar as well. This is a commission job that I got for a customer recently. They wanted an army that is themed around the 5th Chaos God, Malal. One that is not talked about too much, and I wanted to make a video here kind of discussing a bit about the 5th Chaos God and who he is, what his kind of themes are, and talk about the army that I built, how I built it, and how I incorporated some of the themes of this 5th Chaos God into the army. So yeah, let's get to it, check out the minis, and see what we got here. I'm going to kind of have myself down here in the corner, just describing some of the details and whatnot as I go through the pictures and videos with you. So yeah, to begin with, Malal is a renegade 5th Chaos God, kind of an exile god. I know it sounds a little bit edgy in the world of chaos to be a renegade. Aren't they all already renegades? But yeah, this guy's a real renegade apparently. And he has a bit of a dragon appearance. I'm going to show some images and stuff as I go through the description here. But despite his dragon-like appearance, it seems like from the concept sketches we got, there is also a theme of, I would say, skulls, bugs, and yeah, just being a demon basically in the world of Warhammer that hasn't been aligned to the other gods or has been aligned to them, has either disobeyed them, wandered off kind of in doing his own thing, gained his own free will, and they, through one way or another, maybe have made a pact with Malal and joined his renegade horde of demons. And again, as we kind of go through the images here and we start to progress into the photos of the army, you can kind of see how I incorporated those themes, or I tried to, in the army itself here. I should also mention, as you can tell from the images, a big theme of the army is he is a black and white kind of demon god. And you know how Khorne has red, Nurgle has green, and so on and so on. This guy is black and white for his theme. So you can see I was trying to work that into a lot of the miniatures here. And we'll take a little pause here as we look at all the completed stuff. We'll rewind the clock back in time a little bit, and we'll look at some older images, see where we started from and how we got to that point. So what we started with are a lot of little random 3D print bits, just Warhammer, other kits, all kinds of stuff. I have a huge little bits box, or multiple bits boxes. Going through the bits boxes, getting some 3D prints of specific parts that we're going to be looking for, and sculpting a lot of stuff to make everything kind of come together. In terms of the 3D prints and what I was looking for, like I mentioned, kind of some bug parts. StarCraft has these units called roaches in StarCraft 2. So I took the bodies of some roaches, kind of cut them apart, added skulls onto them, and a few other things to kind of create this cavalry force here. And you can see, again, by the comparison image, how I took like the Steam model that was illustrated here and then made my own kind of twisted interpretation here. I think it's a pretty cool little idea. This, I should mention, this is like a, you know, paying a decent penny for this army, but we're not doing anything absolutely crazy where I'm going to be spending like 2 days or multiple days on just like single minis here. This is a project that was meant to be accomplished in about a week's time. So yeah, I think this was pretty good use of time, and it did a good job incorporating all the themes that they were looking for here. So yep, this is some of the cavalry here. Moving through here, you can see how the bigger demons here, I took rat ogres and I shrunk them down basically to get a smaller size to make our template for what are just like the standard demons. I'll show an image here. So these are like the lesser demons. And then we've got like kind of the standard demons. These would be like your bloodletters, your Nurgle plague bearers, your demonettes. That is kind of what this is supposed to be in terms of that rank. And then, again, the smaller base ones are supposed to be your lesser demons. But to get back to it, the normal demons here, the way that we constructed these was taking down the scale of a rat ogre. I wanted to use the rat ogre because they already have a couple of spikes built into their body. You can see in some of the images I'm going to put up here, Malal has demons that have like kind of severed arms with like weapons for hands. Rat ogres already kind of have that theme incorporated with them. And for me personally, this isn't like a consistent thing in Warhammer, but I often think of demons with tails, and rat ogres and most Skaven in general kind of have like that skin rat tail thing, and I think I can paint that to basically give the impression of a demon tail in most of the miniatures here. So I'm going to cut the head of the rat ogres. Some of them are going to get their hands cut and replaced with weapons if that hasn't been done already. I'm going to put a lot of spikes and stuff all throughout the body, and you can kind of see how that leads to the final transformation. So I'll show like some of the other images here. We'll show like the progress here, and then how we got to the final thing. So pretty cool. And that was a similar process to how we got to most of these things. The only thing I really didn't transform too much was the greater demon here himself. I had a dragon that I actually have featured in a prior video for my vampire counts. I really like the way this undead dragon looked, and I kind of thought it had a lot of similarity already to the demon sketch that we got in Malal. So I thought this would be a cool interpretation of like one of his children being like constructed or summoned like into the mortal realms basically. And yeah, that's why I wanted to pick this one. I didn't put the wings on there. I wanted to give him just tons of spikes and stuff. From the sketch, it didn't really look like he had wings. It looked like he was more of a land dragon. So I figured we'll try to keep that theme here. So there's a little bit of sculpting involved with going over the wing spots and then adding the spikes and all that stuff. But he was definitely the simplest thing, and I do have a couple of other little models that I put in that didn't necessarily have a ton of transformation work, but yeah, pretty much most of these are like resculpted, like new heads, spikes, weapons, and whatnot. The lesser demons here are a lot of Skaven Blood Bowl team players that have been resized, rescaled, added heads, spikes, all the kind of stuff I already mentioned going into them. And you can see with them, I didn't do the rat ogres. We just did like kind of normal Skaven. Some just normal Skaven too. I just got a bits box and just put like little things on them to make them look more demon-like. Again, too, you can see with both of these, the skulls are kind of a consistent theme that we were trying to go for with these demons. And yeah, some of the greater, the spined beasts of chaos. I thought this was a really cool unit, and it looks like it can take marks for different gods. So I figured, you know, why not have like a Malal one? Also a little bit rare. Might be like a Forge World mini or something, but it's a bit on the rarer side. So I thought it'd be cool to have in the army. And you can see this very custom interpretation. I tried to work the theme of the dragon a bit in this one, but I also made it a bit more of like a skull dragon thing. So yeah, I think it hits both the notes there. I think that's about it for most of the units and the big guys. I got a couple of characters here. We've got a bit of a prophet that is meant to be like your sorcerer, or maybe just like an agile hero character for the army. He's like the prophet of Malal. It can be like a caster, level 2, or whatever system. I actually don't know what they use in Age of Sigmar. It's been so long since I played that game. But yeah, he would be your caster hero, and then we have a melee guy here. I gave him actually shrunken down wings, so it's funny, the big dragon guy doesn't have the wings, and then I glued the wings on this guy. I cut and like reposed them a little bit, just to like give a little bit of uniqueness in the way the model looks. But yeah, I know a lot of times in these games you can give demons like marks and make them fly, so I thought that would be cool. But the wings also look a bit rotted, so, you know, maybe they don't work anymore, and if he doesn't have the fly ability, that's why, but he still has the wings. Works on a few different levels, I feel like. And yeah, I think that is about it for what we did for this army. Kind of show some conclusion shots here for you all. And a little bit of a final video here to end on with a little bit of a tour of all the units. If you like the army, if you got any questions about how the construction detail work, things I didn't mention in the video here, a little bit more detail you would like on the process of painting or whatever, let me know in the comments. I will definitely do my best to get back to you and let you know whatever you're interested in. Most of the information that I got on Malal can be found online. There really isn't a whole lot. It was basically a comic book and I believe a first edition print in the role-playing game. He's mentioned in there. Actually, I think I have the book on my shelf over there and he's in it, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, I think that's about it. Really not a whole lot. And when you look online, there really isn't much in terms of a Forces of Malal army, so I think I got one of the first kind of getting featured here, which is pretty cool. Let me know what you think of it, your thoughts on the army, 40k, Age of Sigmar, just any of the hobby work you've been doing the past couple of days. Also, I'll show quick on the camera here, I've been doing a bunch of work on an Australian force for the game Bolt Action. Oh, sorry. I got a little Bren carrier here. I'll get a larger image for you all here, but yeah, I got a little Bren carrier, I got a Stuart tank, a couple of infantry squads, field gun here. So yeah, we've been working away on some troops for Bolt Action. Looking forward to getting some battle reports done on that game actually soon. Going to be a little bit of a change of the usual. I know I've been doing tons and tons of Warhammer stuff lately, but everyone's been getting really into Bolt Action, so expect a little bit of a hobby chat on that, and maybe a battle report too as well on that. We've been doing a lot better too on learning the rules and everything for that game since my very first and only battle report on it so far. Yeah, we've been really peeling away at it and figuring out how everything's supposed to work, how army construction and all that stuff works as well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about all that. Hope you enjoyed the hobby chat video. More content coming soon. Was a little bit tied up making all of this army over the past week, so haven't had the most free time available to make YouTube videos. But anyways, folks, have a great day. See you all later. Bye-bye.